My thoughts after running a martial arts business for the last year. I can describe this journey that I've taken with 2 words: appreciative and honored. The fact that I took the leap and reached out to a local school and they brought me on as a judo instructor. I gotta admit, I did feel that imposter syndrome a little bit at first. Even though I've been doing judo since 2000, I was a classroom teacher for 16 years, and I coached wrestling for 16 years as well. But to actually be a head judo instructor, wow. The more I think about it, the more I realize I think this really is my calling. I'm a teacher. I love teaching. I love working with kids. I taught physical education. I coach wrestling. And I feel like it all led up to what I'm doing now, which is awesome. Also, what I do in my business is I'm a traveling judo teacher. For the most part, I teach judo for jiu-jitsu. But just like the other night when I went and taught at a school up in Belmont, North Carolina, I taught no-gi judo with some self-defense. So I try to incorporate a little bit of everything, and whatever the club needs, I try to provide. Things that I've had to think about and do while being a martial arts business owner is belt system. For those of you that know judo, there really isn't one organization, one outlet, one place that you can look to find things like the proper belt system. When you look on USA Judo, USJA, USJF, you talk to other club owners, people do a little bit different between each other. I decided to go with 5 belts: white, yellow, green, brown, black. And what's kind of unconventional for judo is I do a stripe system, similar to the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu belt system. Happily, after a year, I was able to promote 2 of my students to yellow belt. Those were my 2 first promotions I've ever done. So again, I felt absolutely honored and privileged to be able to do that for both of these students. For those of you new to the channel, my name is Cole Stanley. I am a 2nd degree black belt in judo, and I'm a business owner. Student First Grappling. I travel all over the United States and I teach mostly judo for jiu-jitsu. If you or anyone that you know would like to have me to your club for a clinic to help out, I'd be more than willing to talk with you. Go ahead and use the information below if you're interested in having me out. Another thing, I definitely feel very honored and privileged to be doing this travel schedule. I've only been doing this portion of the business for about 6 months. I travel around to different schools, mostly in North and South Carolina because I live in Charlotte, but I've traveled to other states as well and taught. But it's just awesome that I've had so many clubs allow me to come in and teach. Most of them don't even know me. I might send them a flyer, contact them by email, call on the phone, or every once in a while I get a recommendation. I get a call or an email saying, oh, such and such was talking with me about you and how you travel around and teach judo for jiu-jitsu. We'd like to have you to our club. And again, this is just absolutely awesome. I feel very privileged. You know, the other day I was looking up how many judo black belts there were in the United States and how many judo black belts there were in North Carolina where I live. Now, there isn't just an easy way to find this. I checked on a couple different websites. I asked AI to help me out and do some research for me. And the numbers that I got back were roughly 10 to 20,000. And the numbers I got back were somewhere between 10 and 20,000 judo black belts in the United States, and roughly 100 black belts in North Carolina. So really though, when you compare just the people that do judo that have a black belt, you're talking about less than 1% of the people. And if you look at it as a whole, taking how many people in the United States, all 350 million people or whatever our population is right now, I mean, you're talking, less than a tenth of 1%, right, of people that are black belts. So in a sense, I've been told that, judo black belt is like a diamond in the rough. I mean, I don't think that I'm special by any means. I'm just a person that put their head down and worked and eventually got their black belt. It's proud of it, obviously. But, I mean, I definitely don't think that I'm special just because I have a black belt, But I've really studied the game, so I definitely feel like I have a decent knowledge, a good knowledge set of grappling, both in the gi and out of the gi. But there's just so much more to learn. I mean, it's a never-ending process. I've told my students this before, that the deeper you get into this game, the grappling game, the more you start to notice the small, subtle steps of a technique. And you just go down this rabbit hole of how technical something really is. Because you only see the broad picture when you're a lower belt. You kind of see the moves, you see the broad parts of each technique. But the more you grapple and the more you find out and the more you study these techniques, there's just so many minute details that you can get lost in. So, I mean, it's very interesting. It's a never-ending process, okay? Never-ending process. I do work full-time. I have a full-time regular job. The martial arts business is on the side. Part of me wants to venture into it more than part-time. I've been approached informally by more than one school asking what my availability is, would I ever consider teaching there. In the past, I told them not really because I didn't really know what I was going to do, but I'm really thinking that I'm going to pursue this even more. So, I love teaching. I love going around the United States. I love working with people. I love meeting new friends. I love the handshakes and the hugs at the end of these clinics and practices. And again, privileged and honored that some of these schools are having me back. I've already taken a second round with a couple of these schools that are semi-local here to where I am in North Carolina. I mean, anybody listening that is early on in their martial arts journey, stick with it. Don't worry about the belts. Don't worry that you're getting don't worry that you're getting taken down. Don't worry that you're getting submitted all the time. Don't worry that you're leaving practice frustrated or that you just don't get it. It comes with time. Some people say a black belt is just a white belt that stuck with it longer than everybody else. That really resonates with me at times. Because trust me, even though I have a second degree black belt, sometimes I'm teaching and I don't feel like I'm demonstrating the throw very well, or I go to a clinic or a jiu-jitsu class and learn seeing a throw that I've never seen before, and somebody that does it way better than me, or I go to a jiu-jitsu class and I get submitted 5 times, 6 times in one roll. I I feel like a white belt at times. So just stick with it, okay? But hey, everybody that stuck around and listened to this video all the way to the end, thank you. I really appreciate it. I hope you got something out of it. I do want to grow as a martial arts teacher. So if you did want to like the video, subscribe, or comment, please do so. And if you ever have any questions about judo or martial arts in general, and you wanted to reach out to me, give me a text or shoot me an email. All that information can be found in the notes for this episode. So thank you so much for listening and watching. Good luck. Have a good day.